review of the Umarex H&K license USP CO2 non-blowback airsoft pistol. The Umarex H&K USP can be found at most airsoft websites and retailers for roughly $35 to $48. This airsoft gun is completely plastic, and the only metal parts on the externals are the trigger and I believe the magazine release. But the internals, of course, they have to be metal because it's CO2. For any CO2 airsoft gun, I recommend Crosman CO2. The box it comes in is a transparent plastic box that we see at Walmart, so you're going to find it at Walmart. So this is the contents of the box. We have manuals, warning signs, propaganda, the typical crappy BBs, and the only thing that's going to help you in the box is the manual, because it tells you how to load in the CO2, has a parts breakdown, it tells you how to sight the gun. It's really helpful. You should read it if you're new to airsoft. But you have this crappy propaganda that's telling you that if they can repair your gun. You have more propaganda, and you have even more propaganda. Also included in the box is Essential. It's the biggest Allen key I've ever seen. This gun is extremely efficient when it comes to CO2. You need to shoot 100 rounds before it completely runs out. So I've shot close to 100 rounds, so now it's time to change. So for time's sake, I sped this up so you can still see the process, but it doesn't take as long. So, like you've heard, that sound was a distinct sound when it releases the CO2. So you're going to put in a fresh CO2, but you think it would go there. Nope, it goes in the bottom. Right there. And again, you do get a distinct sound. It sounds like a psh when you insert a new CO2, so that means it's nice and fresh and it works. Though this gun is non-blowback, it does have some bit of recoil to it, with the hammer moving back each time you pull the trigger. It also has some good neon sights, so you can find your target easier. Now, like I mentioned before, this gun is plastic. Is it durable? Of course it is, but will it break if I drop it 2 or 3 times? You might get a little crack, but nothing major. Now, along with the rest of the gun, this magazine is entirely plastic, and it holds 16 BBs single stacked. It's not interesting, it's just a magazine that holds CO2. There are metal ones available, but for now, this one will have to do. Let's get on with the shooting test. So what I'm going to do now is the shooting test using the full capacity, which is 16 BBs. You always gotta have your maximum protection, which allows for people who have big ass glasses like I do. So we're going to shoot the target, which is about 20 feet away. It's pretty small. It's a sticky target. And let's go. Let's get down with the shooting test. So I'm going to see if we can see the bullet here. So I'm going to be conducting the second shooting test. We're going to be using the 25 gram G&G armament BBs. They're green, so that's why it's really hard to see. Safety off. This time I'm going to use both hands. Whoa. Okay, so of the 16 BBs we shot, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that hit the target. I'm in disbelief because this is extremely accurate when I do shoot it, but this is a less than large size target, and obviously it is not the typical man-sized target in which we're used to shooting at. So this is a good weapon for anyone's first sidearm. It's great for CQB. It's great for it's just a great, cheap, inexpensive, non-blowback pistol. And certainly an upgrade from your spring pistols that beginners are used to shooting, Would I recommend this to beginners? Yes. So the damage assessment, I'm not overall pleased, but let's see here. We have 10 20 gram BBs, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, same exact number. So, is it good either way? Yes, it is. It does not matter what BBs you're using. It just affects how accurate it is, its range, how fast it shoots. This gun, again, I recommend it to anyone new to Airsoft for their first gas pistol, or just if they need a sidearm and their other CO2 gun broke like mine, the Crosman Air Mag C11. I do not recommend that for anyone. This gun is good. It shoots fast. It's accurate, it's reliable, and I highly recommend this. This gun scores a 7 out of 10 for being somewhat inexpensive, accurate, and reliable. However, it is completely plastic. I recommend this to any new players who have outgrown the spring pistols.